All right. That's all right. Hey everybody, this is your girl, your one and only true. I am the Eggplant Queen. I am live. I am still setting up, as you guys can see. Okay, so I'm gonna have my guest enter into the camera whenever he is ready. That's okay. That's okay. I'm leaving it on and we won't flow. All right, whenever you're ready, Timmy.
I'll enter with you.
Huh?
I'll come in with you. I know.
It's good. It's good. We're gonna be on this side. I'm gonna see where you is.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
All right, guys. Welcome to Live Cooking with the Eggplant Queen. My guest, Damien Smith, aka Legendary Black Lion, a pro MMA fighter. Okay. What we're having today is lasagna. I'll have pictures later, okay? And this eggplant is also inside that. I have my homemade salad dressing. And I have my homemade sweet potato brownies. And they are 100% vegan.
I'm really excited about that.
Yes. And this is my beautiful kale salad with ginger on top. All right. So I'm gonna put the salads here.
Okay.
If you like, you can, take some of the salad in the plate, or you can eat it inside the bowl.
Okay.
It's up to you.
No worries. I'm going to share the live.
Oh, you can do that.
Yep. Get a couple of folks to see what we're doing.
Oh, you can hold that. Brownies.
Yes. Yes.
All right, so we're about to dive in, all right?
So, have you shared with your viewers, your followers, how we met?
Actually, we met at the cell in high school, and all the other students around me was like, "You have a brother that goes here?" And I was like,
Yeah.
"I don't have a brother that goes here. I have two cousins, but they don't look like me." And first they asked me, and then the second time became a little more aggressive. They told me that he was my brother, and I'm like, "I don't have a brother." Now I just haven't seen him yet. We haven't crossed paths yet. So how I remembered it, I was going towards lunch. He was coming this way, I was coming that way. And I just instantly turned my head. And when I saw him, in my mind I was like, wow, he does look like me. There's something I need to ask my mom or daddy about something, because I was like, wow. And that's how I met him. Now, I don't know what Damien's interpretation of it, but that was my interpretation, or what I saw and seen during that time. So that's way back in high school. Okay.
Yes, that was in the before times.
I want to hear your, how you saw and what did they come to you and like, you got a sister go here?
I've always had. Well, here's the thing. My brother actually did go to school with me, and my cousins, so I was familiar with having family at school, and they're like, I've had more than one person point out, like, is that your sister? Is that your sister? Is that your sister? And then of course at school we're like, yeah, that's my sister, because that's just
Y'all look like.
yeah. And also, it's just fun, but at the same time, it's like when in my mind, okay, so I always have to go through a questionnaire with people, especially if I'm interested in like romantic pursuits. I have to ask, like, who's your grandfather? Who's his brother? Who's your auntie? Who are your cousins?
That's funny.
I have to go through because there's so many people that I'm related to in this city.
Right.
That I gotta be careful. I gotta be sure. Not to tell all my business, but for a period of time, I didn't date Americans. I dated African women, and it was just easier to deal with because I don't want to deal with cousins. So yeah. But at this, in high school, it didn't bother me. It was just like, yeah, I can see that. I can totally see that. Like, dude, that's your little sister. Okay.
But no, they was aggressive. They was like, that is your brother. I'm like, I know who my brothers are. Like, you think I know who my brothers are? Like, and after that, I was like, yeah, just leave me alone, y'all. Leave me alone. So that's how we met. And
this is good. I like the spice. Yes. No. I love it. You don't like this spice?
No. I'm
okay. Yeah.
It's fire.
Yes.
It's fire. Okay. Yeah.
I like the kick.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So remind me, what year did you graduate?
I graduated in 01.
Okay. Yep.
However, I didn't graduate from LaSalle. I transferred to Shawnee Mission West in the suburbs.
Oh, you went out there.
Because something was going on. That was during a time where...
Shawnee Mission West, that's on Antioch? Yeah.
Milburn Park.
Yep.
And it was a shocker for me. I'm used to the schools in the city. And when I went there, it was like for me, something totally different. However, I only had like a year left, and I was happy I only had a year left. I had to get used to the area, so
yeah,
that's what that was. What would you like? What year did you graduate?
I graduated in 99.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
I'm a true millennial. An elder millennial, that they'll say.
Okay.
But yeah. Graduated in 99. I'll tell you the truth. My high school years were not my favorite. I made some good friends. But there's a lot that I'm just glad is left in the past.
Why? If you want to answer.
The easy answer is, and especially now that I'm learning so much more about myself these days, there is a whole life experience that I was not afforded in high school due to the limits of the school itself. We had a lot of substitute teachers. And there was a lot of missed opportunities. Along with that, some of the teachers that we had issues themselves. And so rather than being concerned with me developing and learning, I was concerned about how am I going to deal with this teacher so I can get through this 90 minutes? How can I get through this day so I can go home? So it wasn't a fun time for me. I have friends who were like, I can't believe it. High school is your formative years. I'm like, I could have did it without it.
Right. So that's real.
Yeah.
Like, my experience in high school, I don't know. I So I did it for the fun. But we had people that was on the team very serious about it.
I'm dropping like all this stuff.
Let me get you another plate. We can kind of, hold on.
Okay. I'm over there trying to be cool. Now the vegetables is flying everywhere.
So I was like, basically I was in my own little world, like always. And
Thank
you welcome. So I just wasn't used to different type of energies at the time and learning how to adjust it. Give me a sec. I think that's too much light.
We're just getting a little reflection. That's all.
You think it's too much light?
I don't think so. But yeah, go ahead and you can adjust it. That's perfect.
Yes. Yeah. So when I was in high school, at the time, where I'm very like, how can I say this? Where I am now, I'm very unconditional with myself. I accept myself 100%, all of me. And the way I talk, I know people, they always talk about how I speak, and they really teach me hard on that overall.
Wow.
And,
I'm sorry. I was saying why.
I don't know. Maybe they just feel like the light that I have, you know, and the energy. I don't really know, and I don't really care. And it did bother me because I was really teased a lot about how I spoke, my nose being big. I was just teased a lot. So I don't know. But where I am now, that's the past. I really don't care. I'm good with me. You know, and it takes time to learn yourself, and growing, and really knowing this is what I am, and you accept it. In my opinion, I believe that they teach me because they weren't comfortable with themselves, and however they was raised in their household, and I wouldn't know how people was raised or brought up. You know, I just believe it's a reflection of themselves. They didn't like themselves, so they put it on me. And as a young child, not knowing, I accepted as, yes, something's wrong with how I talk, something's wrong with my nose too big, and you know, but yeah, my nose is beautiful, and I sound great, and that's that. But at the time, I took it as
I have similar experiences. Not necessarily in high school, but just, you know, there are times that I reflect back when I speak too fast or make mistakes. Or, you know, it's just things that I've come to. One, I'm learning where all that stuff came from, but at the same time, I'm like, it's me.
right.
You know, and it's okay.
Oh, a reflection of yourself,
Yes.
energy, right? So me not liking my nose, I heard it from somebody else,
Mm-hmm.
right? So now it's like people like, "Fee, you're beautiful, you're this." Yeah, because I've been working on this. So yeah, I understand that. Yes. So I did give you a little sprinkle of that my homemade salad dressing.
Yes.
You probably,
I like it. I like the ginger.
Mhm.
So these leaves are rich. Smell that in there.
Okay. Yeah.
What you put in this?
I can't tell you that. That's a secret. That's a secret. But I would say it's love. That's what's in there. That's what's in there. Okay. So let me see. I'm gonna taste this brownie. I already had it, but I just been waiting for this brownie for a long time.
So, vegan brownies are always very rich. Like, especially if you make them with fruit.
Mhm.
So, do you use fruit or use black beans?
I use sweet potato. Sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
And then some other stuff that I put in there kind of sass it up a bit.
Yeah.
You like it?
Yes.
Yeah. It's nice. It's nice and moist. And this is my first time actually making a vegan brownie. So,
Really?
first time.
Okay.
And the ingredient asked for a large sweet potato, but I got a small one. And I cut the ingredients in half.
Okay.
I knew it was going to come out very well. Let me drink some breakfast.
Yeah. No,
I'm not
it's,
the toad.
no, you're good.
It's-
Like I said,
yeah.
it's rich. I told you,
Hold on.
it's very rich.
Now let me drink this drink I made.
Yeah, I've been sipping on this. What is this?
Watermelon,
Oh,
organic beef powder, lemon, cayenne,
this is great.
and there's something else in it. I believe that's it. It's like 4 little ingredients.
I like it. It's good. It's sweet. It is refreshing.
Mm. And I didn't want to choke on that brownie, y'all. I was trying
I'm telling you, the vegan brownies are very delicious. They're sweet. They're rich. They don't last long at functions because people just gobble them down. They
Yeah.
don't last long in my house when we make vegan brownies.
Mm.
But
I see why.
my partner, she always gives all of our food away. She'll make it and be like, "Here, everybody.
Why?
Here's," because she likes to share.
That's
She's a
sweet.
sharer.
That's sweet though.
It's cool, but it's also at the same time. Sometimes I'm like, man, I wish I had some of those brownies we made yesterday. It is like next time, you know.
Maybe I make enough to share, and the rest we actually.
We've tried. The more brownies we have means the more we can give away.
I know what I'm saying. Like have a certain just for you two, and
I
then
agree.
a whole
I agree
bunch.
with you.
Okay.
I agree with you. She's a sharer, so yeah. If it's ours, it's yours.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to post to the live because it's not live, but to the comments. Someone is saying something.
Okay. Yeah.
You
That's
wanna-
what I was hoping that I could like see right here. We'll see.
Okay, I don't see. Okay. Okay. So, Damien, in your field, can you tell them about you more?
Okay. Yes. So, I am a professional mixed martial artist. I've been studying martial arts since I was 18. I've been fighting seriously since 2011. No. I have to get the math right. 2013. I went on a really cool streak of fights as an amateur. Got 4 championships. I have 1 world title, and I continued my stretch into my pro career, which is currently on pause. There's a couple of reasons for that. Main reason is the pandemic had put a stop to everything for me, along with my personal health, but also like some loved ones. I lost people, and then just this last year I had elbow surgery, and I'm recovering from that. But the objective is that after a couple more months, I'll be able to train and start getting ready and looking for another fight. But the entire time I've been training, studying, continue to study my craft. I've been focusing a lot on Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I've been ranking up in that system. I'm a blue belt right now, which means I started from scratch as far as like in a system, and I'm starting to rank up because I am mastering the system. So that will be one more martial art that I am adding to my repertoire. Because my background in martial arts is Yansei Goju, which is a Japanese style martial art. I have a black belt in that.
I don't know.
It's karate. No, it's okay. It's okay.
I'm looking.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
It's a karate style. And then through the school that I was studying at, we were doing judo, pancration, American kickboxing. Then I started to train, started to learn American jiu-jitsu and wrestling, ranked up in those systems. I also been working on some catch wrestling, which is really cool.
You a catch?
Catch wrestling.
Cat. Okay.
And then I'm a student of this, so I go wherever I can learn and train. I love moving my body. I love learning and training. So I've probably been in most people's schools here. I've been in people's Muay Thai schools, Jiu-Jitsu schools, a little bit of the wrestling, just a little bit. I've had some good wrestling coaches stuff. And so it's just all about expanding myself and learning. And then I try to apply what I learned to other aspects of my life. And the way I say that, the way I mean that is people look at martial arts as being this violent thing, but really it's mastery of self. And it's just a particular theoretical track. You learn to master your mind through mastering your body. And you bring them together. And you can apply that in so many different ways. I'm going to cheat and use Bruce Lee as an example. The way that he taught about self-mastery, and his philosophy was about taking things that are on the inside and making it real life. So I view it very similarly, and you apply that by making a real life, like a whole, complete, and total life. You know?
Okay. Good. Okay. Now, also, you have some YouTube channels. You want to talk to them about your YouTube channels and?
Yes. So, I actually have quite a few projects on YouTube. What I've been doing lately. So let's kind of back up a little bit. We did a show, and I had recorded you for one of our podcasts in the past. That project is on hiatus because I wanted to shift my focus.
Okay.
But what I have done is workout videos with you and other friends. But I also have to tell you that project is on hold for now. There is something in the kitchen that's cooking. I can't talk about it just yet. Can't talk about it just yet. But it's going to come. But if you are interested, check out Legendary Black Lion on Instagram, TikTok. My YouTube channel is still up, but I've privated all of my videos because I'm going to be working on something brand new. And I can't talk about it just yet.
Okay.
Just yet, but I think you'll like it.
I'm sure we all gonna like
I
it.
think you like it. But my other project, so I'm a big old nerd, right? So I am working with some friends. We are doing a podcast called Voices in Hyperspace. We are available on all platforms, all podcasts and streaming platforms. So that means we're on Spotify, we're on Amazon Music, we're on Apple Podcasts. We are going to be on YouTube Music because Google is going to switch their podcast service over to YouTube Music.
Yeah, they know.
Yeah, and it's on YouTube right now. We are 4 episodes deep on the release of the episodes, and we are like the crew. Our mission, I like to do it that way. I like to explain it that way. Like we're a crew, and our mission is we are exploring the sci-fi series Babylon 5 from the 90s, and it has a lot of really cool stuff in there. And really, what I like to do is pull out relevant social issues that the episodes are exploring, and we try to talk about it in the sense of today's media and today's politics. But you have to also remember pre 9/11 90s politics. There's some really strong parallels, but there are some major differences too, and it's a lot of fun to talk about.
Now, honestly, I don't really get into the politics and stuff, but I will watch. It's not my lane over there.
I understand. It's what I think is fun about sci-fi media and speculative media is the way that they can reflect on things that are currently happening. You know, sometimes they do it poorly. It's just how it happens sometimes. But every once in a while, you're given an opportunity to think on the topic differently because you see like the fantastic version of it, the exaggerated version of it. and then you're able to think more. You're able to add, apply like your human understanding to it, because you're like, that looks like this thing that has happened before or is happening, and these characters did this, but we would probably do this. It's just taking some of those conversations that you would have with your friends late at night and just having them on a podcast.
Okay, I will. I most likely will watch it once it's ready.
Yeah.
Also, I have another question.
Yes.
Now, the field that you're in and the people that you work with, would you recommend Eggplant Brown?
Oh yes.
To
So I would. So this is. So we gotta get deep into this, right? So,
okay.
As an athlete, I am on a whole foods, mostly whole food, plant-based diet, and what that means is I don't eat any animal products whatsoever, and I limit the amount of processed foods. I've had people in the past say, like, I don't know if all these people that are saying that they're vegan, if they're really vegan. Here's the thing: you can be unhealthy no matter what diet you have. Because your body is looking for balance. It's looking for equilibrium. And you can overdo it with the sugars, salts, and fats no matter what the protein source is. And so, for me, one of the challenges is being able to maintain that balance in a way that is beneficial to my performance. I always say, like, as much as people like to say, oh, you're a fighter, I'm like, no. I'm a performance athlete. Fighting is my medium, but performance is what I do.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Performance is my sport. If I cannot perform, I can't do anything. And so I have to be able to feed my body the right fuel to be able to perform. And it takes lots of planning to make sure that the food that I put in my body is working with the training that I do. For me, my training is high intensity, high impact. And so I need a lot of fuel. I've had people ask me, well, how do you get your protein? Protein on a whole food, even on a whole food plant-based diet, it is not a challenge at all. But it does take planning. It takes planning and some research. If it's food, like if it's actual food, it has protein in it. If I'm going to build muscle, then I have to be focused on getting the protein. I can do that through foods, but you also want to make sure that you're getting a good mix of carbohydrates and fats in there. Primary sources for building muscle, for bodybuilding, you want to get high protein. So you can go towards your mock meats and some of your processed things like that. But everything else, fresh vegetables, raw or cooked, right?
That's a really discipline.
I will say, from the outside looking in, it looks like discipline, but I'm gonna tell you, it is laziness for me, because I figured out how to do it so easy, right? And also at home, I have a wonderful support system that helps me maintain that success. So I guess you could say the first thing you need is a support system. You need a group of folks that are around you that are gonna help push you along towards your goals. Then you got to know what your requirements are, what your proteins should be, what your carbs should be, what your fats should be. Something like your eggplant grounds is very high in the vitamins and minerals that are needed. It has a good amount of protein, has a good amount of carbs. It's something that you can do. They can use kind of like this meal that you have right now. You have your grounds with the lasagna, so that's a good amount of carbs with some good proteins mixed in. This is like a high energy meal. So something like this is good to replenish me after a hard workout, and also it's delicious.
Yeah, it's fire. It's fire.
Yeah, and I also think about it too with the fresh vegetables around it. So we're looking at the way that we talk about it is like eat the rainbow. eat the colors. So this is very colorful. It's very nutrient dense. Has good calories, good carbs, good fats, and so you're going to get what you need.
Good.
And also, they're grounds, right? So you have the opportunity to have like a diverse use of it. Like she got lasagna, you can make tacos, you can make nacho dip, all kinds of
stuff. Yeah. Tacos, meatballs, meat for spaghetti.
Yeah.
Yeah. So usually with all my guests, I usually visualize how it's going to work. So I usually kind of be real quiet and kind of tap into that energy and what that person might need or what's going on. So I could say I was in line, with my nieces, with my other two brothers, my sister-in-laws. So when I have more guests, I just kind of like just tap in, kind of just go into that energy.
And let me tell you, like, we make vegan lasagna, so you picked the right one. Like, yes.
Yeah. So
I'm happy.
Like I said,
belly is happy.
See, it's great when you are in tune.
Yeah. You
just flow. You meet people and you just it's life is great. Like it's good.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. So then, if you would if you do the honors, if you would like to read, not actually read all of it, but if you would like to sum it up, like my
oh yeah, I got you.
My nutritional labels.
So we have our nutritional label for her eggplant ground, 2 servings per container. So this is the individual,
and that's the family. Okay.
So a serving size is a half cup. Saturated fat less than a gram. It's like 0.5 Gs. You know what I'm saying? Total fats 5 grams. In other words, depending on what your nutritional requirements are, this is low fat, not going to cause you any problems. Trans fat and cholesterol, 0. Nice and safe there. Sodium, 21%. Some people might have restrictions where they have to pay attention to that, so make sure you apply accordingly. Carbs, 32 grams, very low. Dietary fiber, 5 grams, 18%. That's a pretty good amount. That's the other thing. A lot of times people would think that they're nutrient deficient, right? A lot of times they are not getting the right minerals and the right fibers to help them process the foods that they're already eating. So those are some things you want to take a look at. 4 grams of sugar, none that are added. The sugars come from the natural plants. What we have are calcium, which is decent. We got about 8% of that. Iron and potassium, really good. And protein content, 6 grams. So for like a half cup, you're getting 6 grams. Like I said, this is something that's good to include with other sources because you're going to make sure that you're going to bump that number up with it. So, really good stuff. And I'm looking at your ingredients. Can I read them?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You can read them.
Because,
should I read them?
Nah.
No, should I read them?
Nah, I'm just looking at it because I'm like, this is some good stuff. Basically, she seasons it very well. It's delicious.
I have a question. You said the sodium. Does it matter what kind of salt? Because I use sea salt. And those salts are really good. It's not like a table. It's not like a regular salt that has no nutritional value to it. Sea salt has nutritional value. So does it matter what type of salt it is?
It matters to me.
Okay.
I know people. There are some people who don't care about their salt. They're like, oh, table salt's fine. Table salt tastes terrible to me. Like, even you ever go to a restaurant and you're like, I need something, and then you get the table salt, and it's like, nah, that ain't what I need. I don't know, maybe it's in my head, but to me, sea salt is much better. I feel better with it. So I guess we can do some research on it, but I would say maybe it's a preference thing as well. We only use sea salt or Himalayan pink sea salt, and also when I cook, I use smoked sea salt with the hickory.
Is it smoked sea salt?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I gotta get you some. I think you'll love
Please do.
Yes.
See, for me, I use sea salt because it gives me it's nutritional. I don't like to eat food that's just dead. It doesn't do nothing for me. So table salt is just there's no point. Why was it made in the first place?
No comment.
I have to have something that.
Yes, I agree with you. It's like it's not really anything in it. It's like bleached. Anyway.
All right.
To me, I prefer sea salt, and if I wanted to be stuck up about it, smoked sea salt.
You said stuck up.
Because that stuff is good. It is so good. It is so good.
He said stuck up.
Yeah.
I need my particular salt.
I need my
please.
smoked sea hickory smoked and aged.
Hey, what is that? Let me taste it. That's not it.
That's not it. No, it's not good enough. It was okay.
I ain't knocking it. What you want, you gonna get. That's it. This is a deserving season, and whatever you put out is coming back to you.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm getting back to me. That's what you're getting back to you. That's what we deserve. That's what you told me in the last video, and I ran with it. That's that.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see what else. Now, if you have anything else you want to add to the video?
Just a couple of things. So I consider you an athlete also. We've worked out together.
I just worked out.
And I've been watching. Hey, that counts. That counts. I've been watching your workout videos and just like you keeping your progress. And look, beautiful smile, y'all. She smiles.
I always smile.
It's like warmth.
I
You know what I
always
mean?
smile.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah. No.
Okay, go ahead.
Like, you know, we're in an age where people are getting more information about how to do things, which is great because there are a lot of great fitness instructors, coaches, nutritionists, you know, all who advocate for a plant-based lifestyle. I would encourage you to learn more.
Yes.
For me, I've been very successful. The biggest concerns that I've had have been my recovery, my energy levels, and once I realized what I was doing, I've never had a problem. A lot of people will go plant-based and they'll say like, oh, I feel like I'm hungry. Eat some more. That's pretty much it. You go plant-based, especially if you're doing plant-based whole foods, you're going to need more food because of the low volume of calories.
A lot.
You can eat, this kale salad is probably less than 100 calories. Yeah. It's a lot of nutrients, a lot of vitamins, minerals, and water, right? And you're going to have to eat a lot of it. Or you can plan some nutrient-dense things to go along with your salads, your juices, and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say consult with a nutritionist, someone who, you know, a nutritionist or a dietitian, someone who has information about the plant-based track, because there are a lot of people who will say, oh, just give it up, don't do that, because they just don't know.
Don't give up.
Don't give up. We can live whole, like full, bountiful lives, treating our bodies the best way.
Don't give up.
Yeah. And then also take care of your mind.
Yes, that's the key.
That is key. So part of my struggles over the last year, you know, dealing with surgery, I've had some mental health. How did I say it? I've been very much focused on my mental health in a way that I am developing some healthier habits and exercises, because as much as people like to look good and feel good in their bodies, you gotta feel good in your mind and your heart too. And it takes the same amount of dedication to develop those exercises.
That's key.
And they are connected. They're not separate. Your mind and body work and talk to each other, so you should work them together.
That is key. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure you meditate. I'm sure you do.
I meditate. So I meditate. I do breathing exercises. I have a lot of regular routines, and I need them because I need to keep my mind like stimulated and balanced.
Balanced.
Yep.
Yes, balanced.
when I'm in fight camp, everything is working perfectly. When I'm not fighting, my mind loses focus. I'm a little bit more erratic, and it's difficult to focus. And so I'm working on exercises to deal with that outside of fight camp. My happy place is when I'm moving, and I'm not very happy when I'm not moving.
I understand.
You know what I mean? So I'm developing routines, exercises, and I'm learning a whole lot about this stuff. And then, again, I'm learning about myself.
Right.
One of the things is I'm learning about attachment theory in psychology. Learning that we've developed as children, how we connect and develop relationships throughout adult lives. And just because you learn a certain thing doesn't mean that you have to be that way. You can do things to change things. The objective is you want to be secure with yourself and secure with the people around you. And you want to know what I learned about that? Sometimes to be secure with yourself is letting go of certain people that are around you, making you feel insecure.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. I love you bring up the mind because I meditate consistently. It is like a second nature. I'm not really. I do the and I just started that like maybe a month ago.
Okay.
And changed my life. Like it's when I do it. You ever know those movies we have exorcists and people like this?
Yeah.
I actually do that. I do not fake like my whole. I don't. It's just. I don't know. I can't really explain. It's just. I'm coming from when you working on self-mastery and discipline, coming from the lower chakras all the way up to peace. It's. I don't know the terminology because I don't really like read in details of meditation. If I see something and my heart says do it, I just do it.
Yeah.
I can't explain it. It's just, and after I meditate, it tells me exactly what to do. It's just do that, and then I just have thoughts. I'm like, I'm kind of scared sometimes of some of the thoughts. I'm like, I don't know. Wait, hold on. But it's like, yes, do it. I don't know. It's just. You probably word it better than me, however, but it's a beautiful, beautiful thing to start meditating. I don't know. I don't go too far because I'll start crying because that's how beautiful it is. Like,
and there are different ways to meditate, and a lot of people think like, oh, you have to empty your mind. You really don't.
You don't.
What I think is important when you are meditating is be aware that your mind works.
Yes.
It thinks. It wants to do things. And I think one of my therapists was like, the objective is to be aware. And that's good. I think parts of our society has made it to where people are afraid to explore their own minds.
Yeah.
And I have a whole theory behind that. And it's not what you think. It's something very different.
Can we get a sample of that?
So, okay, I'll give you a sample. I got this from a book I was reading. It was called Stealing Fire by Jamie Wheel and Stephen Kotler. This is when I was studying about flow states, temporal, hypofrontalism. That's where you basically engage with an activity that allows you to feel like flow. You are in the moment, you're challenged, and you feel in pure joy doing it. You can do this with anything. A lot of times, like artists feel it when they're creating art, and they are able to access a different part of themselves that lets them be completely free creative. Right? We can do it with work or whatever. I do it with fighting. The theory is, it's a theory of the three pales. The pales means barriers or bridges or walls, right? And the three pales are, you have a societal pale, which is a barrier.
Mm-hmm.
You have the religious or spiritual pale, and then you have the state or the government pale.
Mm-hmm.
And these are the things that are restricting our exploration of ourselves. And it is through behavioral modification. There are certain mental states that are endorsed specifically by these three institutions. You and I, especially in the United States, in the West, you and I are encouraged to be stimulated through coffee, caffeine, sugar, high carbohydrates.
Stuff you don't need.
Also erratic media, erratic music,
Mm-hmm.
something to keep your heart pumping, because you got to go to work.
Right.
And you need to be productive when you go to work.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other mental state that is endorsed is the sedated mental state, which is through alcohol, through music that is calm and mellow and brings you down. Because after you get off of work, you got to go to sleep.
Yeah.
So you can get up for work tomorrow.
Again.
We are able to access and explore more mental states, but these are the two that are mostly endorsed because they support these institutions. There's a hierarchy. There's a societal barrier that shames us out of exploring ourselves. Because if you know yourself, then you won't be a part of this society.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. I get it.
And I don't want people to get me wrong. I'm not saying no red or black pill stuff. I'm talking about reality. There's an issue with this society, and it is not what you think it is. It's so much easier than what you think it is.
So much easier.
So much easier. And then like I said, the pale of the church, the religious barrier, because the religion, the societal religion does the same thing. It shames you out of knowing yourself.
That's true. That's absolutely true. That's absolutely
It
true.
shames you out of knowing yourself. Because if you don't adhere to these very strict and specific rules, a specific way, something's wrong with you.
Yep.
Not them, right?
Right. And we know it's opposite.
Yep. And then there is the state or the government. The state or the government, they use laws. If you can't be shamed by the society and you can't be shamed by the religion, then you're going to be strongly discouraged through legislation. Yeah, you can use caffeine, you can use alcohol, but up until recently, marijuana was illegal. It's still a class 1 federally controlled substance. I do not partake, but I know people who do, and they function much better when they do. Then there are psychedelics that people have been exploring. There are studies that are showing that like certain psychedelics have been useful in repairing like trauma through PTSD. And I'm like, that's very interesting. We have quite a few people that have PTSD, whether they are war vets or they've been dealing with PTSD from childhood trauma or past trauma, all that stuff. So if you are traumatized and are seeking healing from that, you can only go to the drugs that sedate you or that stimulate you. You know the ones that kill everybody?
I don't know. I don't take good.
You know what I mean? Because the drugs that you can get over the counter, Adderall, those are stimulants, or the opioids, which are sedatives.
So I don't.
Yeah, no, I understand that. But I'm just giving you some examples.
Okay.
So there are ways you can explore your mind, and also there are medicinal solutions in the plants that we can explore. But it is highly discouraged by our government, by our churches, and by people who shape and form the societal norms. But they think you're out of your mind when you're actually more in your mind.
That's true.
And then also, they don't encourage people to cooperate. They think that there is something wrong. If I want to help you you want to help me, or if I need your help, there's something wrong with one or both of us, because in our society, people don't help each other.
That's so true. That's so true. That's
And
so
they demonize collective action. They demonize social connection. We are social creatures. Humans survive because we stick together. And now all of a sudden it's like, no, I need to get mine, you need to get yours.
And you're approaching it the wrong way.
Right.
Because you can't build anything by yourself.
No.
You have to have a team.
You have to have a team. There's always someone that's giving up themselves to help you. And if we recognize that and build strong, secure, and healthy connections, we could be so much better.
So much better.
And you know, I don't need all of society to do that, but making a connection like this, our friendship, our close connections, that's what's gonna save us. So.
That was beautifully said. Like, that was awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Now, Community Grocery, that store is almost ready. Where are you gonna find this beautiful eggplant ground? It will be there once it's ready. Once the store is open, you'll be able to purchase it. Family size, $13.99. Individual size, $7.99. And Damien, before you leave, I'm gonna give you a package for you and your partner.
All right.
And y'all can do what y'all want with it. Actually, we got 2 packages because you said she likes to share. So I'm gonna have enough for you guys to have enough. No, for real, because I like the sharing part. So I'm gonna give you some packages.
Okay.
And whenever she makes, or you guys put them together, share it on my Facebook page.
Yes,
Give me
absolutely.
some reviews.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll do that. Yeah.
It was a beautiful experience. Thank you for coming to my show, being a guest. I truly appreciate you. Thank you so much. And I'm gonna sign out saying I am the Eggplant Queen. You guys have a beautiful Saturday. See ya.
Y'all take it easy.